Scraps are one of the biggest wasted resources we have. Every morning in my house we throw out fruit peelings and scraps that could have been the source of an endless supply of the ultimate soil improver and liquid fertiliser. And it comes perfectly naturally thanks to worms. Now, worm farms are dead easy to set up, so I'm off to my local Mitre 10 store to grab all the materials I'll need to set one up so we can have one in our backyard. First up, I need to make a long box with a lid which will become home to the compost worms. Now, the great thing about Mitre 10 is it's locally owned and they're real people with a real interest in what you're doing. So when I explained what my project was this week, well, the team was ready to help. I used their Mitre planner to work out what I needed, and they even helped cutting the timber to length. Now, armed with my drill, my screws, the boards which have been pre-cut to size, I'm going to put together the box that'll be home to a big bunch of wrigglers. Believe me, this is not a hard project to do. Oh, the other thing I've got is this fantastic compost which they're going to live in, and they will just love it. Just the last few screws to finish the box and we're ready to introduce the worms to their new home. I'm adding a liner to make sure that the worms stay in the farm because they're escapologists of the highest order. You buy worms by the box of about 1,000 and they double population every 8 weeks or so, which means they can consume more waste and provide more castings of one of the most fertile soils on the planet. Now, within 6 months, you're going to have over 8,000 worms chewing up all the kitchen waste you can provide. It's a good idea to cover your worm farm with a layer of paper or old carpet to keep the mix cool, wet and dark. And the worms, well, they'll be very happy. Now, when it comes time to harvest the castings for the garden, concentrate the food up one end of the farm and then dig the castings out of the other end. That way, the worms will be able to consume their own weight in food in 24 hours and you'll be able to take the castings and put them on your garden. Now, you might be wondering why I put a wine barrel underneath the worm farm. Well, the answer is they produce this incredible liquid juice, which is brilliant plant fertiliser. So I'm going to have an endless supply for the veggie garden. Now, worms are one of the greatest garden additives you can have, and of course they convert all that waste. If you want to set up a worm farm, well, the easiest way to do it is to use your Mitre planner from your local Mitre 10 store.